things inside my NYU provided vegan lunch that just make sense. A steak and cheese salad.
Students' quarantine meals have been going viral on TikTok and not for the right reasons. Hey Foodbeast fam, this is Costa, and we've been noticing a wild story play out on social media. It involves New York University students and the low quality meals they've been receiving, especially considering how much they pay in tuition. For context, as the school year has begun, NYU students have had to quarantine for 2 weeks to ensure that COVID doesn't spread. Those that elected to stay in the dorms have been getting meals from the university, but not of the best quality, to say the least.
Some people aren't even getting meals. If you do get meals, they kind of just show up at random times within the day. People who are vegan and vegetarian have been getting meat and dairy products. It's a whole mess.
Vegans and vegetarians received meat and cheese, some food was moldy, meals weren't delivered on some days. The entire thing was a total mess.
Farmer's chicken salad with 2 bites of chicken, so 2 bites of protein this time.
Students did have a time window in which they could get food delivered, but we all know how expensive that can get, especially for 2 weeks worth of meals. When the expected total cost at NYU is $76,000 per year, you would expect better meals, especially if you were forced to stay in the dorms for 2 weeks. The entire debacle eventually made its way to the news. On TikTok, it has also led to students from other universities showing off their quarantine meals in comparison. It looks like other universities were more prepared than NYU to provide students adequate meals. Other NYU students not subjected to quarantine also stepped up to help. These good Samaritans bought groceries for students in the dorm, even checking their dietary needs before doing so. NYU has apologized for all the mishaps and pledged to do better. In days since, they've added a food service provider, added employees in dining and the residence halls, added an earlier shift to make sure meals are delivered, and given students a $100 delivery credit to use for the rest of quarantine. Since then, meals seem to have gotten better. Students are receiving more food, and NYU has even sent over cases of water and snack boxes.
Okay, so NYU has delivered a damage control snack box. This is the full array of all of it. Beautiful and very yummy.
However, there have still been a few mishaps here and there. Because of this, NYU has given students $30 of delivery credit per day for the remainder of quarantine. They're effectively paying for the cost of meals the university was unable to provide on its own. Students can now finally get nutritious meals on a daily basis, but I'm sure they would have rather had that in the first place. Instead, they've struggled in their first week of quarantine to get proper nutrition. The events at NYU are bringing the value of expensive college tuition into question. If the meals and amenities are this bad, not to mention a transition to online learning, what are we really paying for? Is it worth the $38,000 we're being charged? I could cook my own food and take 4 online classes at home for under $10,000. Look, I get that the pandemic has changed how we do everything, and school is no exception. NYU and other schools have had to change how they feed their students, and it's been a nightmare to figure out. To their credit, NYU has improved drastically in how to get meals to their students during quarantine. However, with all of the money students are paying, you think that they could do even better to ensure students' health and safety during a pandemic. This is Costa, and you've been watching Foodbeast. Curious what you guys think? Has what's been done been enough to make up for those trash meals? Let me know in the comments.